Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for this month, catching up on K-pop. So like always, I proceeded by, taking as many recommendations and suggestions from YouTube as possible, and I compiled them all in a poll over on Patreon, and the patrons are the ones who are voting for the music videos that I react to during the catching up on K-pop, So if I remember, I will pull up like on the screen right now a picture of the poll and what it looks like so that you can see, what I include in the poll and everything, and how those, catching up on K-pop video come to be. So it's kind of like a common effort between, you guys on YouTube, the patrons over on Patreon, and myself. We get to make this series happen at the end of each month. So thank you as always for suggesting videos and everything, and for the patrons for actively voting in the polls and everything. So that said, this month we have a lineup that is entirely made out of boy groups or like male solo artists. I usually hope for at least like a girl group or like a female solo artist, but this month it didn't happen. So I'd like to remind you guys that I do watch things on my own time. So like the things that didn't made it into the lineup here, I will check out on my own, so don't worry about it. So that means that the lineup for this month catching up on K-pop is On and Off Popping, Cravity Gas Pedal, Jihoon, Gallery, Pentagon, the subunit with the song Cerberus. I don't even know how you pronounce it, honestly. Haseungwon with Strawberry Gum, NCT U, Doyoung and Haechan. Then we have Mire with Splash. We have the collab between Kim Jongkook and ATEEZ, and that's it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start with On and Off Popping first. Like, I saw that it was released, but it was released on the same day as like many other music videos, and at the beginning of the month I told myself to pace myself a little bit and not to take on too much workload, if that makes sense. Like, filming a video isn't the hardest part of it all. Like, filming a video isn't too tiring in itself. It's the post that is extremely time consuming and energy consuming, so like the whole editing and everything. I do everything on my own. So when I see that there are like 3 to 4 music videos that are released on the same day, I'm like, I'm gonna have to make a choice here and, put myself first, like my health first, and decide to react to things at a different moment, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm only reacting to it now, but I had it in mind, if that makes sense. So you guys told me it is a summer concept. I did check the teaser pictures and everything. It looked very icy. So unfortunately there are no English captions. I am on, oh, what channel is this? Okay, no, sorry. Let me change and go to their official. Aha. There are English captions on their official official channel. So yeah, Popping, English captions are on. Let's go. Ooh, there's always something that kind of like what does it make me think of, a Beatles song? Flute? Okay. Oh, this is a bop, isn't it? Oh, hell yeah! It's easy. You hit me with the flute, that's it. Ooh, that's very them. I feel like I know this place. Why do they look so cute? If only the dance was easier to follow, I would have danced along a long time ago already. Oh, that's not good. Aww. There's always a common kind of like feeling with most of their songs lately. Oh, he looks like the prince that comes to the rescue, you know? I mean, please do. Is that in any way kind of like a premonition for like their next comeback or whatever? I feel really gullible sometimes when watching a music video because I feel like there are signs everywhere. It's like embarrassing to say because like I feel like sometimes I see signs where there aren't any, and when there are very blatant signs on screen, I miss them. Whatever, moving on. Let me finish my sentence. I think there's like this common thing that I feel when listening to the music. Beautiful, Beautiful, for instance, up to now. There's this really childlike melody about it. It's almost like their songs were part of like a like an anime of like an adventurous main character with their friends and everything, and I don't know, there's this very like youthful sensation about the music that I really enjoy because it's like so freaking refreshing, but it's not like childish either. It's not like they're trying to sing a song to a kid. It's not the feeling, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain this, but there's really just the feeling of listening to a soundtrack of like an animation or whatever of a main character that's a little bit cheeky, like a troublemaker a little bit. There's something very mischievous about the music, if that makes sense. I think mischievous might be the best description that I can come up with my very limited vocabulary, but like, yeah, I think mischievous or like cheeky, you know, overall very youthful that I really enjoy. It's weird because like something that I've noticed so far this year is my opinion don't stay the same after a few listenings. For instance, a lot of songs that at first I wasn't really into, I grew to like them a lot. One example is Beautiful, Beautiful by them. You know, the first time I listened to it, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, that's enjoyable, but like it's not my favorite, but I grew to like it a lot after a while. And I think this year, one of the common themes that I have noticed for myself at least is that the song that I do not necessarily love at first but grew on me after a while, those songs are sticking to me a lot more than the songs that I enjoy right off the bat, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I think this one is going to grow on me even more the more I listen to it. I feel like anytime there is like whistling or flute in a song, it's kind of like a cheat code to making a song extremely catchy. It doesn't matter when the song is being released, whether it is a summer concept or like a fall concept or whatever, it doesn't matter. If you put a whistling sound or like a flute sound in any song, because it's a cheat key, because it makes it almost impossible for the song to not be catchy or stuck in your head. Like the melody is stuck in my head. This music video reminds me of one of their old music videos. Jeez, I think it was already like a summer concept or whatever, which I really, really like. Complete? Was it Complete? Complete is so good. I think to this day, Complete might be one of my favorite songs of theirs. It's just so catchy. I don't know why I got reminded. Oh, yeah, because they're on the field. Okay. Why do I feel like this music video is almost a mix of a lot of their music videos? Like when they are in the starship, it reminded me of their first music video ever. Like when they're in a starship. Yeah, with the robots and everything. I feel like visually speaking, the music video was like super messy. Like it was a lot to, you know, process, but it was never overwhelming. Like this was definitely not my favorite music video of theirs, but I feel like I do see, you know, references to their previous music videos. Could be wrong though, so yeah, anyways, I feel like this song will grow on me even more in the future. One thing for certain is that I think this was a bop. Alright, next up, let's check Park Jihoon with Gallery. So I am guilty of not knowing anything of this comeback. Like I tried my very best to kind of like stay updated with what's coming out and check the teaser videos, or like check the teaser pictures and everything at least. I, this time around, know absolutely nothing of this, and yeah, I don't know. As someone who's not following him closely or whatever, I was wondering if he is well managed and like if he is being promoted well enough. But anyways, I have the English captions on, let's go. Okay. My collection. Damn, he always looks great, doesn't he? He's part of the gallery, isn't he? The way they purposefully gave him this shirt. Why does he look like Sonu a little bit? Ooh, here. Wait, is it yet another Alice in Wonderland reference? Hey. Nothing without you. Nice. Damn, I love the music video, what the hell? Eyewear is so freaking underrated when it comes to like accessories, honestly. I am. I'm sure people must have said this, right? That he's the piece of art. People said that, right? Right off the bat, I can say that this is a song that I will have to listen to again to know how I feel truly about it. Like, I can objectively say that this was catchy. like, you know, the beat and everything. But will I reach out for it a lot? I don't think so. Like, if you want, in my mind, there are certain boxes, and I have a box of songs that I enjoy, but I rarely listen to. But then when I stumble upon them, I'm like, oh my god, this was like super catchy, I really enjoy it, and like I listen to it. But it's not a song that I would actively look for and like reach out for. Do you know what I mean? And there's another box in my head, for instance, where there are songs that I'm always going to be replaying no matter how many times I've listened to them already. I think this one is probably going to be going in the first box that I mentioned before. And it's honestly a shame, because I feel like sometimes, because I try to check as many songs as possible, there are many that I forget like very easily because there's too much almost. But that said, that doesn't mean that the songs that I tend to forget aren't good. It's just that because of the variety that there is out there, I tend to forget some very good songs because I'm more focused on some others. So yeah, this song is funky, it is catchy and everything. I'm not in love with it. I will listen to it again to see where I really stand towards the song, but I have a feeling that I will be putting it in the first box, you know, that I mentioned. Unfortunately, maybe or not, I don't know. At this very moment, I enjoy the music video a lot more than the song, I would say. The music video, I feel like, is yet again a reference to Alice in Wonderland. And I feel like Alice in Wonderland, I've mentioned this like at least 3 times this month when watching music videos. The first time it was during the Red Velvet Queendom music video, Kwonenbi music video, and this one, I feel like all of those have references to Alice in Wonderland. Like, I'm pretty sure he said it himself at some point that he's the rabbit or whatever, and with the locks and the keys and the seats and the, you know, ever-changing size of locks and everything. It feels very much like Alice in Wonderland. I could be wrong, but I like the idea of it. I really enjoy the music video, actually. Okay, so moving on. We have Pentagon with Yutoki no Usok. So like, are you kidding me? Why is this so underrated? I mean, then again, I realize that I am also very late at checking this, but still, doesn't it infuriate you when you see a group that you enjoy and yet the number of views is a lot lower than you would expect or like hope it was? Or did Kpop not push this too much? Or was it because this was released during a moment where Kpop isn't doing too well? I've got a lot of questions regarding Kpop, man. But anyways, Cerberus, how the hell do you pronounce this? Cerber. Yeah, that's the dog with 3 heads in Harry Potter, but like it was even before Harry Potter. Isn't that the guardian of the gates of hell? Yeah, Hound of Hades, right, yeah. And since there are 3 members in this song, are they the head of... okay. Okay, well, without any further ado, I have English captions on. Perfect, let's go. Ooh, the power already. Don't be depressed. It's not up to me, I'm sorry about that. Why does he look so hot? He went off, didn't he? Mayonnaise. Oh, Care Bears? Is that how you pronounce it? Okay. This is giving me the same energy as like Who Let the Dogs Out. But kind of better, not gonna lie. Are they partying with the guy they kidnapped? Oh my, Kino. Oh, I hate seeing my reflection in the on the screen. Oh! Oh, that was a ruse. Oh, how the turntables, huh? I mean, if the guy thinks he's going to get away with 3 bodies in the trunk that isn't closed, yeah, bad news for you. You know how I kind of like always praise them for their acting skills? Yet again here, they're coming out really strong with, you know, embodying this almost insanity type of concept. They do it perfectly, but it's kind of like the not the same type of insane as in that they portrayed in Dr. Bebe, for instance. That music video was so viscerally disturbing almost that yeah, it's hard. It's like a hard music video to watch, I would say. This one is almost reminding me a little bit of Block B's Insanity. It's like dangerous but playful. Does that make sense? Anyways, regardless of what you want to call this, they owned it, they killed it. Not gonna lie, Kino is my bass, so maybe I might have focused on him a little bit more in this music video, but I also feel like he's the one that surprised me the most, because like the way he rapped that his verse so freaking fluently, like it was super like smooth. Like yeah, he took me by surprise with his verse and like, damn, he's good. Saying that it doesn't mean that, you know, Usok and Yuto aren't good. But it's kind of like I was more used to those two rapping before this, so maybe that's why I was taken aback when Kino just did that. I'm not sure. I think what I like most about this music video is the energy and how they kind of like tossed the ball from one member to another. It was like there was no boring moment in this experience. Like it was short, rather short, but still there could have easily been a moment where I was like taken out of it for seconds or two, but no. Now gotta say, regarding the song, I enjoy it, but it's not easy to listen to. I feel like this is a song that I would listen to only during very, very specific moments. I think the first example that comes to my mind is when you exercise, you know, when you go to the gym or whatever. I feel like this is going to be one of the songs that is going to pump you up so much. It's going to hype you up so much, and it's going to, you know, push you forward, if that makes sense. It's giving you that power, kind of. And so, yeah, I would put this in my exercise playlist. Not that I do a lot, but you know what I mean. It's sort of like the energy that it's giving me right now. I could be wrong though, who knows? In 2 days, I might just listen to this on loop, and I think it would be like the easiest song to listen to. I feel like every time I make a reaction and that I give my initial opinion and thoughts on a song, it is very rare, especially this year, you know, like I said a little bit earlier, I cannot trust myself, if that makes sense, when it comes to first impressions anymore. So take what I say with a grain of salt when it comes to like my first initial, you know, opinion on regarding a song or whatever, because it might change the next few days. All right, so last but not least, Cravity with Gas Pedal. So I was so frustrated because let me tell you what happened. I had that release in my calendar scheduled. I wanted to react to it when it dropped because I was really excited for this. I really like the teaser pictures. I listened to the album medley. It sounds marvelous as always, you know, never going to be tired of saying this, but their discography, their B tracks is probably one of the best of this 4th generation. And I watched the teaser video and it sounded and looked incredible. And so I really wanted to watch it as soon as it dropped. But I had to go to Geneva to update my French ID card and passport because it expired. So I was stuck in Geneva for almost like 5 hours just to do this, you know. So I didn't have the time to, you know, film this, unfortunately, but I really wanted to. And it was really hard to kind of like stop myself from checking it before sitting down right now to film for this video. All that to say that I'm really looking forward to this. Oh no! Starship does no English captions. Are you unacceptable. Let me just go and look for maybe another version that has English captions. Maybe Wondercake has it. Explain to me how Wondercake has English captions but Starship doesn't have English captions. Anyways, I'm gonna try to forget about this debacle and focus on this. I do have now the English captions though, now that I am on Wondercake's channel. So anyways, let's go. I am so gonna love this, I already know. Come on, that's the theme, right? Oh, hell yeah. Alan? Dude. I'm malfunctioning. This mini is who did that? Because they knew what they were doing. Four heads, man. 4 heads. Oh. Wow. Neo Seoul. That part reminds me so much of Gambler. the scene, you know. Oh. Cyberpunk, huh? The way they ended this is so freaking rude. It was way too like... Oh, you know how it feels when you're in the car or whatever and someone steps on the brakes and you just... you have that feeling of like being, you know, like that shock. It feels like this with a song. Oh. So like when you stop stepping on the gas pedal, so you désaccélère, that in French you slow down, right? Maybe the shock is too much and that's what they wanted to do here at the end, since it was so freaking abrupt. Whatever it was, that was abrupt. Me and English vocabulary, love that. I see the, what is it, cyberpunk, you know, inspiration from here. I mean, I don't play games or whatever, but cyberpunk was such a big thing. Keanu Reeves and everything, it was freaking everywhere, and so I obviously heard of it. I did see some pictures and everything, and it looks like this whole world, like the Neo Soul, was based on just like the font that is being used for the gas pedal. is really looking similar to the font for Cyberpunk. This is their best music video, hands down. There is no doubt about it. It is so freaking dope. It is super immersive as well. To go back to why I said that I was malfunctioning the first time the chorus dropped, it's kind of like I wanted to start bopping to a certain rhythm, you know, like that. But then it changed the rhythm and it was like, okay, let me adapt to that rhythm. And then it changed again. So I was like swerving from left. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm just having the biggest mind fart right now. The lyrics is literally saying we swerving all night from left to right or whatever. Swerve to the left now. This is what they do with the melody as well, with the beat or whatever. That's why I say I was malfunctioning, because my head didn't know how to bop anymore. Like I wanted to, you know, physically bop to the rhythm. I couldn't because of how much the melody changed during those few minutes. During those few seconds, sorry. This might just become my favorite song of them, honestly. It is definitely hard to follow at first, I feel like. The thing that I enjoyed about this a lot is how unexpected it felt. Because I feel like it is almost easy to kind of like foresee how a song is built, or like how it will maybe sound after a while. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but I'm kind of used to a certain pattern in the K-pop industry, you know, and I feel like sometimes it is almost easy, like I said, to kind of like, yeah, foresee what's to come. I feel like this time with this chorus, I was ready to bop to a certain, you know, melody because I was used to it, but then they brought me somewhere else, and that's what I enjoy about it. I was like taken aback because it wasn't expected, if that makes sense. But I really, really like it. I said last time for My Turn already that it had a very much of like an NCT vibe to it. And let me make it very clear that I am not saying that they are copying NCT or whatever. I feel like a sound does not belong to any certain group. There is a signature sound that is, you know, very peculiar to a particular group or whatever. That is for sure. But like, I don't think a sound can belong to anyone. Does that make sense? So yeah, while I sense a similarity to NCT's signature sound, I'm in no way saying that Cravity is copying. I feel like it's always very easy to misunderstand arguments like this when I say, oh, it sounds like, or it reminds me of, you know, where I come from when saying this is always coming from a place of like, for me to reference things, it's just easier for me to categorize things in my head. And it's never a way of me saying that one group is copying another, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just wanted to make this very clear. So in here again, I do feel some type of similarities with the NCT's, you know, sound, with NCT 127 more specifically sound, and I'm not mad at it. I really like it. Though I gotta say, there are some moments that are very Starship-like that I could see MX do, for instance. You know, again, I'm not saying that they're copying, but I feel like it's just easier for me also to process a song and digest a song when I can grab onto some references of things that I already know. It makes it easier to digest. I think this song, like last time already with My Turn, has a very good balance of vocals and rap, but I feel like I like this better. Weirdly enough, I don't know if the song has been built in the same order or not. I enjoyed the way this song was built more than My Turn. My Turn was hype for sure, but this one is like so much more deep. It feels to me like this song is more well balanced and it has more depth or like texture maybe to it. I feel like My Turn was like a hard piece to bite in, if that makes sense, but this one, the texture is like a lot easier to that's so weird. Why am I talking about this as if it was like a piece of meat? That's weird. Anyways, I really liked it. Also, I feel like the line distribution was like seemingly super fair as well. I'm not that familiar with all the members, but it looked like it was. The high note was spectacular, the raps impeccable. Like overall, this was super good. Like visually speaking, it was super great as well. I loved it. Yeah, that's my conclusion. Yeah. Anyways, so this concludes the first part of this month catching up on K-pop. In tomorrow's part, I will be reacting to Haseun, NCT U, Mire, and the collab between Kim Sung-kook and ATEEZ. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you as always for the patrons for voting. Thank you to you guys for suggesting all those videos and everything. And I will see you in the next one.